Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you how we deal with stoichiometric calculations.
What?
This kind of question you get them up to grade 12. So I'm going to start and tell you the steps that you follow when you get such a question. And another thing which is important about them, they're in every section. So when you get that kind of a question, you must first make sure that the equation is balanced. Balance the equation and then change what you are given to moles. There will be one substance that will be given to you. It must always be in moles. So you need to check which formula must you use. Are you supposed to use concentration? It depends on what you are given. Are you supposed to use mass over molar mass? Are you supposed to use the volume over molar volume? But you must have it in moles. Whatever you have, it must be in moles. And then the third step, now you write it in ratio. I said ratio in words. You write the ratio in symbols. So meaning that you write sodium chloride in symbol. And then the fourth step, now look at the balanced equation and write it in a ratio. Whatever you have in a ratio. And then the final step now, you use the ratios to calculate the moles of what you are asked by using the moles of what you have and the ratio. Then when you get the moles of what you are asked, then you change it to mass. This will be better explained by an example. Let us look at an example. This is the example we are going to use to explain the stoichiometry. This example says 2 moles of sodium azide. This molecule I'm not used to. It's called sodium azide. It's 1 sodium and 3 nitrogen molecules. It decomposes, meaning that it splits to form nitrogen and sodium. So when you look at this question, already they've given us in a balanced equation, so we don't have to balance it. So they say if 80 grams of nitrogen is produced, how many grams of sodium azide is needed? Do you see? In this question, they gave us nothing about the sodium azide. So you can't use any of the formulas that you calculate mass with or number of moles with so that you can calculate mass. So what you need to do here is to use the stoichiometry. Number 1, in our table, we said you must look at the balanced equation. The equation is balanced. Number 2, whatever you are given, you must write it in moles. So we are given 8 grams of nitrogen. So you must write that in moles. So the formula that we use is number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. Or you can say over So it's mass over molar mass. How much mass did they give us? 80. And then the molar mass, we find it in the periodic table. So you're going to take your periodic table and look at nitrogen. This is the molar mass of nitrogen. But when you look at nitrogen here, is diatomic, meaning that there are 2 molecules of nitrogen. So it's 14 times 2, which we're going to get 28. So the number of moles of nitrogen that we have is 80 divided by 28, which is 2,8571. You can round it off if you like, but you get more accurate answers if you round the final answer only. So you need to tell us, is the number of moles of what? So is the number of moles of nitrogen. The next step, they say you must write the molar ratio in words or in symbols. Which molar ratios are you writing? We are writing the molar ratio of what I have. I've been given nitrogen. And then that molar ratio of what I want. I want sodium azide. This is the 2 things that this one I have, this one I want. So now I need to write the molar ratio according to the formula. So with the nitrogen azide, there's a 2. With nitrogen is 3. It's not nitrogen azide, it's sodium azide. So nitrogen, the ratio is 3. The ratio is the bigger number, is the coefficient of whatever. And then sodium azide is 2. So this is the molar ratio. of nitrogen and sodium azide. So after you have the molar ratio, let's go to the other side of the board. After you have the molar ratio, now you calculate the number of moles of what you want. So we will ask sodium azide. So how do you find the number of moles without any other information when we are using the molar ratio? I'm going to use the moles of nitrogen that I have, which is 2,8571. And then I'm going to multiply up with a fraction. That fraction is a molar fraction. There are different ways that you can do it, but this is the easier one. How can you do? You say, I have a fraction. I'm going to use the ratios, and I'm going to write the numerator to be what I want and the denominator to be what I have. So what I want is 2, and what I have is 3. And then when you multiply that out, you're going to get the number of moles of sodium azide that have reacted with 2,8571 moles of nitrogen. When you punch it in a calculator, we get that it's 1,90. I'm going to leave it to 4 digits. This is the number of moles of nitrogen azide. But the question was asking you the grams. So it means now you must convert that to grams using the formula mass over molar mass. And then sodium azide, moles of sodium azide, it's 1,9048 is equal to the mass is what you're looking for. And now we are going to do the molar mass of nitrogen azide. When you look at the periodic table, the molar mass of sodium, let's look at that, is 23. So we'll have 23 plus the molar mass of nitrogen is 14, but there are 3 of them. So it's 14 times 3 plus 23. So your answer is 65. Then we multiply, you cross multiply, and then you find that the number of moles is equals to 123.81 grams. Then you can round it off. Now, what is very important in this lesson is that you must always have your formula must be balanced. After you've balanced, you look at what they've given to you. We never work with anything else. We don't work with grams. You don't work with volumes. You always change it to moles. And the different formulas, sometimes they give you concentration. So you use the formula that has concentration in moles to convert whatever they've given you to moles. Then this is called the molar ratio. So it must be in moles. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to smash that subscribe button.